Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Stroll Around the Bend podcast. My name is Van, and of course, next to me.
Phil, I'm with the Downtown Association.
And then we have a special guest today, so do you want to...
Sure. Today we have Mayor Joel Ongert, the city of West Bend. We're pleased to have the mayor with us today. And we'd like you to introduce yourself, Mayor,
Sure.
and tell viewers who may only know you as the mayor, what do you do for your regular job?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me, Phil and Van. Thanks for all that you do for the city of West Bend and the Downtown Association. My name's Joel Ongert. I've been the mayor now for about 3.5 years. I was just reelected back in April for a 3-year term. So we'll be obviously finishing out my second term. The mayor is a part-time job. We hire a city administrator who I kind of equate it to like a school board hiring a superintendent. So our administrator really runs the day-to-day operations of the city. My full-time job is I work at Caterpillar, bulldozers and excavators. I got my cat shirt on here today.
I didn't know that.
Yes. We're all in black today.
Yep. So bulldozers and excavators. The construction season is my favorite season, as long as it's cat equipment on the side of the road. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
Been at CAT for over 22 years now. Started right out of college.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned that about how the mayor works with the city, because a lot of people, I think that the mayor is the person who is like the top paid executive.
Yep.
And it's important that they know that this is a part-time gig for you. You've got a full-time job, and you have a family business in town. Your wife is one of our downtown business owners, and I'd like to lead in with that. You kind of have a vested interest as a family in downtown being a vibrant economy. So talk to us about, what you see as a family-run business is the value of an organization like ours, and then as mayor, what do you see as the value of an organization like the Downtown West Bend
thanks for
Association?
asking. My wife has been in business for 3 years now, and her first location was right here on Main Street. She was leasing a space from Tracy Surwatt, who owns several buildings downtown.
Okay.
We just purchased a building last November on 6th and Hickory. It's typically known as the old Schlamer Law Office. And so we are building owners downtown, and my wife operates Alpha Custom Apparel, which she absolutely loves operating the business downtown, because clients a lot of times want to come in and meet with her face to face. It's a clothing apparel company, and she's got a office. It's an office space, a packing space, but also a showroom to show off her apparel. People love coming to see her because they love coming downtown, and I truly mean that. They love grabbing a bite to eat, usually after a meeting with her, or maybe a coffee downtown. The Downtown Business Association has certainly brought in business to my wife's company. There are several businesses downtown. Think of West Bend Transit right off the bat. They are a big customer of ours, and others. But really, what you guys do to promote business, not just downtown, but in the entire city, and really shedding a light on the mom and pop type, whether it's a store, a business, a law firm, a company like ours, you guys do a wonderful job bringing people together and really promoting and publicizing what the hardworking people are doing around here, which is wonderful.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. That really means a lot to us.
I'm glad that you identified kind of the makeup of the downtown businesses. So downtown, we don't have a lot of national franchises. It is mostly family-owned, mom-and-pop type businesses,
Right.
and that's a little bit different dynamic than some other parts of the community.
Yes, it is. When you think about downtown, we've got several nonprofits downtown, including yourselves as a 501c3, Big Brothers Big Sisters downtown. The Bend Theater is also a nonprofit downtown.
Yeah, one of our partners in some events.
Yep, and one of our customers at Alpha Custom Apparel as well. The only, if you want to call it a nationwide type of business downtown, would maybe be Ace Hardware, although that is a franchise family owned by the Tennis family. And so other than that, I can't think of any businesses downtown who aren't mom and pop type family run. Most live here as well within the city.
You're right.
Which is absolutely wonderful.
And to add to that, I think that adds to this sense of community within West Bend. It's almost like it's like a personal connection with everyone.
Yes.
So
it is, and we don't have very many open storefronts or empty spaces downtown. and we haven't in the last several years. I am happy for Mike and Mary Hussar, who recently retired, and obviously their building is available at the moment. They did just lease out space to a new Pilates studio, which is a family-owned franchise
who's
business.
already become engaged with some of the activities we're doing with the Downtown Association.
Awesome.
So we're grateful for that.
But West Bend is just a thriving downtown. I'm talking to you here in the middle of August. The flowers that are downtown right now are beautiful. If you can't find something to do on the weekends in downtown West Bend, I say you're living under a rock, because there is something going on around downtown, especially, all the time.
We wholeheartedly agree with you. There's lots of stuff going on. And we also want to mention the fact that we've got the museum, Wisconsin
That's right.
Museum of Art. That is another real special thing that
Yes.
we could say is home here in downtown.
Definitely
West
an
Bend.
anchor of downtown, and another 501c3, and they are a wonderful partner and bring in people from all over the state to the museum. Yeah.
So you know that we have programming here that we do to try to bring people to downtown. We also have events. That's our big thing, events.
Yeah.
I know you've attended some of our events,
I
Mayor.
have.
So
Yeah.
we told you ahead of time we were going to ask you this question.
Yep.
What is your favorite event and why?
Yeah.
It's hard because I love the farmers market. We come to the farmers market often and typically get one of Tommy Schwei's breakfast sandwiches. We've been
They're the
buying.
best.
Yeah, I can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with that. We just made BLTs earlier this week from bacon and tomatoes and fresh bread that we bought at the farmers market. So that's a family favorite. Obviously, Music on Main is wonderful, but the Wheels on Main event, I absolutely love. The past handful of years, we've been lucky with absolutely beautiful weather, with hundreds of cars all over Main Street, all over 6th, all over Hickory. And again, that event brings in people from all over southeast Wisconsin. It's a premier car show. The people who bring their vehicles take the show very seriously, as do the judges. Thank you for letting me have a Mayor's Pick Award, which I've really enjoyed doing in my time as mayor, and look forward to the event, which I believe is coming up very soon.
Very soon. Yeah.
September 6th, Sunday, September 6th.
Right.
It's a long day for us. We're out
sure
there
it
at 4
is.
o'clock setting the
Yeah, I
streets
can't wait
up.
to set my alarm for that. And
But yeah, this will be Van's first
Yep.
Wheels on Main, so he hasn't been there yet for 4 a.m.
You know,
call.
but
excited, though.
the Chris Kindle Market was a brand new event that first year last November, and understand we're doing that again, or you are doing that again. Thank you for doing that again. You know, and other ideas that people have that they approach, you know, Van and Phil and say, you know, hey, I've got an idea for something. I just love the fact that you guys are open to, you know, even new ideas and doing new events. And so, you know, the block party is another one. We've done obviously Music on Main, but
Yeah.
now we're doing block parties as well, which
That's
was
in conjunction with the Bend.
with partnership with the Bend, and so I just love the fact that the Downtown Association is so, you know, evolving. Even though you've been around for a long time, new fresh ideas are coming to downtown and people love it. So thanks for that.
Oh, you're welcome. We think
Yeah.
it's important that we continue to evolve. We know that sometimes an event runs its course, and so we have to have something to fill the gap, right? And
But keep some of the fan favorites. The wine walk, I know, is a fan
yeah.
favorite, and the chocolate walks, and which obviously brings people into the shops downtown and the restaurants and bars, which is obviously what we want. So keep those around too.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
so you have something specific you want to ask the mayor besides what we've already talked about?
So, I know a lot of people know you as the mayor, but
Yep.
this podcast is a great opportunity to say, like, what your hobbies are, like, what you like to do for
Sure.
fun. So, like, kind of getting to know you personally. So, what do you like to do?
Yeah, I
Or,
appreciate that. We've got our son is heading off to college here in a few weeks. He's going to Madison. Our daughter's going to be a junior at West Bend West High School.
Nice.
She's big into tennis, and so we're a big tennis family. Have been big in basketball with our son as well. So a lot of our lives right now center around our kids being in high school with a lot of activities. You know, I'm not going to lie. My wife and I love going out to dinner. Last night, in fact, we had Tochi Ramen at the Outbreak,
Nice.
Brazen Head, and
Dooley's?
Dooley's, but I'm thinking of Game Over. Sorry.
Game Over.
Game Over and Brazen have incredible burgers if your
right.
viewers
Yeah.
haven't
Both
tried
of them
those.
have been in the top 5, and Brayson actually won it last year for best burger in
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
I
the
saw that
last couple
sign
of
outside
years.
their building. So
And
That's
Game
right.
Over came in the top 5 this year. So
Yeah, my wife and I love going out to eat. We do have a pontoon boat. So in the
nice.
summertime, we are spending quite a bit of time out on our pontoon boat on the lake. I grew up on a lake in Nebraska. I actually grew up in Nebraska. I'm not from here originally.
on
Okay.
a lake in Nebraska. You
But
don't hear that very
believe
often
it or
because
not, there's
that's like
a
the
lake
prairie.
in Nebraska, and I grew up on it. But
Oh, fun.
in the summertime, we enjoy being out on the water and out on the boat. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of background on the mayor. Things you never knew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
we love keeping it local, though. We love shopping local. We love eating local, and supporting the Bend has been wonderful since they've renovated the theater. Whether it's a comedy show or a cover band, there's actually a group from Nebraska that does a Beatles cover type band. It's an interactive Beatles experience that my wife and I have sponsored for the past 3 years, bringing them to West Bend.
It begs the
So-
question: interactive. What does
Yeah,
that
how
mean?
do you-
So what you do is before the concert starts, you request any Beatles song out of their entire catalog, and they put
Every
together
era?
their set list literally minutes before the show starts. So every show is
Wow.
different,
That's a lot.
and it's based on.
See, Van's a performer too, so
Yeah.
he's probably thinking that's a lot of
That's a
pressure.
lot of stuff.
Yep.
That's impressive for
And
them.
when they come out to sing the song, they pull out the request card. They say Van requested,
Yeah.
Yellow Submarine.
Do they do like outfit changes per decade
They
per
do not,
song?
They
Okay.
do not act like they are the Beatles.
Okay.
They
Oh, okay.
sing and pay tribute to Beatles music, but they
Okay.
do not try to impersonate the Beatles. And it's just a wonderful show. We typically bring that in November. So looking forward to that again this year.
Yeah.
So I have to say, as both a resident of the city and somebody who works for an organization that supports the downtown, that you've been a great mayor. So
Thank you.
we've asked you to come and appear at different things. We've asked for proclamations, and we have special events. You're always there for us, and we appreciate that. And the city as a partner in general has been fantastic.
Well, thank you.
I've worked in other communities where you didn't necessarily have that same kind of supportive relationship between municipality and the nonprofit. So West Bend does it right, and I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. We work hard at that at the city level, but also really appreciate the partnerships between the Downtown Association, the Bid Board, MOA, the Bend Theater. You can go on and Big Brothers Big Sisters, the Y, Boys and Girls Club. It takes a village, as the old saying goes, and to put on the kinds of events that you guys do. Music on Main, you have a different business or organization working the beer tent and serving the alcohol and bringing in tips, and
Which go to charities.
which
Yeah.
go to charities every week, and it's just it's an amazing partnership that we as a city are proud to be a part of, and we're so thankful for what you guys do here as well.
Yeah, and then we do want to announce that we are keeping the fun of Music on Main going into September now. We got September 3rd and the 10th.
No kidding. Couple extra weeks.
We've
this
extended
year.
the season. We had a couple of kind of rain dates
Yep.
where we moved indoors, and then we had one date that
Smoke.
was canceled
Or the-
because of the Canadian wildfires.
that's right.
So that one has been rescheduled. So we are going to have FM rodeo on
Rodeo radio.
on sorry. On September 3rd, and then we are going to be announcing our last band of the season for September 10th, probably by next week's podcast.
That's awesome. I just, I love Music on Main, but certainly want to mention the farmers market again, being the best in the state.
Oh, yeah.
And we publicize that a lot with our city Facebook page and newsletter and things. But we are so proud. Over 160 vendors every single Saturday morning. And it's all kinds of variety of vendors, and people are coming from all over southeast Wisconsin to
It's a
our
great
farmers
lead-in
market.
because it's time for voting again. For
Oh,
It
yeah.
is.
Farmers
You guys got to
market.
go out and vote
Yes,
for us,
yes, we
please.
do.
America's Farmland Trust.
The last 4 years in a row, number one in Wisconsin. Last year, number 10 in the nation.
10 in the
And we
nation.
want it to be a five-peat. We want it to
Yes.
be the fifth year in a row.
Get
so
online
get out
and
there.
vote.
Yes, we need your
for
guys' help, please.
West
5
Bend
years in a
Farmers
row.
Market. So if we're getting close to our time here, we probably want to mention our guest next week.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to be Wendy Wendorf with Homestead
All
Realty.
right.
So hang on to your seats. Wendy is going to be a great guest for us next week.
And we can't thank you enough, Mayor, for
Thank
coming on
you,
for
Van and
the
Phil.
second episode today. So.
Thanks for all you do. It's a pleasure to be here, and keep up the great work. We appreciate it very much around the city.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Mayor.
Yep.
We'll see you soon.
See ya.
See you guys next time. Bye.